Police officers who have arrested other police officers. What happened? I was a rookie cop in a small town where everyone knew everyone. My training officer was this guy named Blake, who seemed like the perfect mentor. Dude was respected by everyone, helped coach Little League, and always bought coffee for the whole station on Fridays. But something felt off during our first week partnering up. We responded to a domestic disturbance call at this apartment complex downtown. When we got there, this woman answered the door with a black eye, clearly scared. Blake immediately started asking her what she did to make her boyfriend angry. Not what happened, but what she did wrong. The woman kept saying she didn't do anything, that her boyfriend just came home drunk and hit her. Blake rolled his eyes and told her maybe she should think about what kind of woman attracts that behavior. I was shocked, but stayed quiet because I was new. 2 weeks later, we got called to a gas station for shoplifting. The clerk said he saw a teenage girl steal candy bars. When we found her in the parking lot, she was crying and holding a baby. She explained she hadn't eaten in 2 days and was just trying to feed her kid something. Blake didn't care. He cuffed her roughly, made her sit on the hot asphalt, and called child services to take the baby away. The girl was begging him not to separate them. I suggested we could just pay for the candy and let them go, but Blake shot me down hard. That's when I started paying closer attention to his arrests. Every single person he brought in was either a woman, someone poor, or both. And he always found a way to make their situations worse. The breaking point came during a traffic stop. Blake pulled over this college student for allegedly speeding. She was polite, handed over her license immediately, apologized even though she swore she wasn't speeding. Blake made her get out of the car and started searching it without her permission. When he found nothing, he got angry. He told her to put her hands on the hood and started patting her down way too aggressively. She was crying and asking what she did wrong. Blake kept telling her to shut up and stop resisting even though she wasn't moving. I stepped in and told him that was enough. He glared at me but backed off. After he wrote her a ticket for something completely made up, I apologized to her privately and told her to fight it in court. That night I couldn't sleep. I realized Blake wasn't just having bad days or being strict. He was targeting vulnerable people because he knew they couldn't fight back. Women, poor people, anyone who looked scared or alone. I started documenting everything. Every call we went on, every arrest he made, every comment he made that crossed the line. I recorded conversations on my phone when I could get away with it. 3 months later, Blake arrested a homeless woman for trespassing behind a restaurant. She was just trying to sleep somewhere warm. He threw her to the ground so hard she hit her head on the concrete and started bleeding. When she tried to sit up, he pepper sprayed her directly in the face. I'd had enough. I cuffed Blake right there in that alley while the ambulance took the woman to the hospital. He was screaming at me, calling me crazy, threatening my career. I didn't care anymore. The department tried to cover it up at first. Blake had been there for 15 years and knew all the right people, but I'd kept copies of everything at home, and when Internal Affairs tried to make my evidence disappear, I went straight to the local newspaper. Blake got arrested for assault, civil rights violations, and abuse of power. Turns out I wasn't the only one who'd noticed his pattern. Once the story broke, 12 other victims came forward with similar experiences. He's in prison now serving 8 years. The department had to pay out over $2 million in settlements. And me? I transferred to a different department in the next county where they actually wanted cops who gave a damn about doing the job right.